Morning, everyone. It's a very pleasant morning, and I am very honored to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me to witness and to share this inauguration and launching of Sunlight Airline. I'm really honored that finally it is taking off the ground, and honestly, maybe some people would feel a little odd about an airline being launched at this time. But in fact, my son, who is staying in Ipondo, we have not seen him for several months, came home last night, and he said, I told him, I'm leaving tomorrow, I am attending the launching of Sunlight Air. And he was so amazed. He said that an airline is being launched at this time. And I told him, you know, son, remember this. There is a saying that in every challenge, in every crisis or adversity, you will find the seeds of opportunity and growth. And it is in this context that I cannot help but admire the great entrepreneurs of the Philippines, including Mr. Ricardo Brito, Ms. Acera Brito, for their vision and for their foresight and determination. And I believe that it's through the vision and foresight of these entrepreneurs that we have become some kind of an economic miracle. And we have grown, our economy is very resilient. And in fact, prior to COVID, the Philippines is one of the fastest growing of Asian markets in the world. And although the Filipino is still one of the least traveled people in the world, we're catching up. We were very happy to know that so many Filipinos, ordinary Filipinos, are now taking to the skies. Years ago, when I was younger, air travel was a luxury. But nowadays, ordinary Filipinos, teachers, students, they can set aside part of their income and be able to travel. And you know, travel is a very enriching experience. It gives the person a sense of accomplishment. It gives the person a sense of fulfillment. And to my mind, travel, even a leisure one, is no longer a luxury. It has become some kind of a necessity. Because if you have not traveled, you do not feel complete. So, air connectivity is very essential, not only for the person, but for the economic well-being of our country and every country in the world. There is no country that will ever survive without a fully developed air connectivity. It supports trade, it supports tourism. About 54% of our trade in terms of value is carried by air transportation. And the tourism industry employs about 1.2 million people in the Philippines directly and indirectly. That includes the airlines, the hotels, the restaurants, the shops, non-transportation, and a lot of other allied businesses. And tourism is, I think, the number $3 earner in the Philippines. So you can just imagine the value of air transportation, because without air transportation, tourism cannot be supported. But, you know, I do not want to talk about the current crisis because we are here to celebrate the launching of Sunlight, but I make a mention about the current situation just for context, so that I can give full context in what I'm trying to convey. Right now, we are in a dire situation. Our airlines are operating only about 16% of their pre-COVID levels. And this is very, very low, actually. And we need to do some catch-up work, because we are, the other countries in Asia are doing 75%, 60%, and we are being left behind. But the government is doing its best. I think it's just a matter of time. Our economy is very resilient according to the experts. Our economy is based on a very solid fundamental, and therefore it's just a matter of time. There are signs of recovery. The experts say that recovery would take maybe a couple of years. In the Philippines, a lot of airlines are really struggling. As we are talking now, the local airlines have lost about 14 billion. The global airlines have lost about $180 billion. So it's really a very difficult situation. But with the vision of Sunlight to Mr. Brito, it's just a matter of time that we're going to finally recover. And there are good signs. China, they say that the recovery is going to be gradual. The recovery is going to be patchy. Some areas will recover earlier than other areas. For example, China is almost fully recovered domestically. Russia is recovered. Australia is recovered. And we do need some kind of catch-up work. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The vaccine is coming. And when the vaccine became available, although only a few people have had access to the vaccine, there was an uptick in the reservation system. The Skytracker registered a 9% increase in reservations, and the Kayak search engine registered a 27% uptick in reservations. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. I admire the vision of Mr. Brito, the foresight, looking for opportunities in the midst of an adversity, and we need more people like him to restart the economy and to reignite air travel. Air travel is essential to our well-being. Without air travel, our country will not survive this situation. So with that, I congratulate the Sunlight Air. I wish that it will soar high and develop into maybe someday an international carrier for the Philippines and carry the flag of the Philippines, meet markets of the world. So with that, I'd like to congratulate everyone. Thank you for inviting me this morning.
Nag-iisa ka lang?
Thank you, Attorney Garcia, for that wonderful speech. May I call on Captain Esnino? Captain Esnino?